So let's get started seated. So find a comfortable seat. Maybe taking a moment to get extra comfy, lifting the fleshy part of your butt out to the sides. And then just bring your hands onto your lap and slide your hands over your knees and close your eyes. Now, maybe you've had a really long day. Just think about letting all the worries, all the troubles of the day just sliding off your shoulders. So when it feels like we're carrying around a lot of weight, usually we literally feel that weight on our shoulders. So start to relax the shoulders, really lengthen out through the crown of the head. So lift the rib cage just slightly as you go really heavy through your pelvis. And then every time you breathe in, just take a moment to lift your heart up a bit more. And every time you breathe out, just let the shoulders slide down the back body. Breathing in to lift the heart. And exhaling, allow the shoulders to slide down, melt down. And just one more breath here, in and out. And then take a really deep breath in through your nose. And exhale out through the mouth. 2 more, take a really deep breath in through your nose. And exhale out through your mouth. 1 more, breathe in. And exhale out. And then just breathe in and out through your nose, noticing the natural ebb and flow of the breath. So when we take time to breathe consciously, to slow the breath down, your nervous system will get a sign that it's allowed to relax. So sometimes just a deep breath can just feel like a respite, and maybe your shoulders naturally will start to sink down. And then as you breathe in, rotate the shoulders up towards the ears. And as you exhale, rotate them down and back. We're going to do that twice more, so breathing in to lift up. And exhaling to rotate them back. Breathe in to lift the shoulders up to the ears. And exhale to rotate them back. Now, once again, slide your hands over your knees. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, bring your chin down to your chest. Really melt the sternum, the heart, down towards your spine. So rounding through the spine. And now bring some weight into your hands. So gently pulling on those knees. Feel the stretch in the upper back. Now move really slowly. So start by pressing your nose all the way up, really lifting your heart, lifting the rib cage, and then maybe just opening up through the front of the throat as we lift the nose up. And then as you exhale, bring it all the way down, rounding it in. We're just going to do that twice more. So follow your breath, slowing it down. So let the breath come first and just let the movement follow. How is the upper back feeling? And then return into your straight spine. And slowly open your eyes. Now breathe in to bring the right fingertips all the way up. Turn your right thumb away from you. And as you exhale, rotate the right arm all the way down. Okay, twice more. Breathe in, bring the right arm all the way up. Turn the thumb away from you and exhale as you rotate it down. So feel that opening through the pectoral muscles, so through your chest. Breathing in and out. And then bring your hand back down, same thing on the other side. Breathe in as you rotate the left fingertips up to the ceiling, turn your thumb away from you, and then really spiral your arm back. Twice more, take a deep breath in, and exhale out. Final one, breathe in, and exhale, turn the thumb away. Now interlace your hands behind your lower back, and just take a moment to really press your knuckles down and away. So keeping some space in between the palms of the hands, so not forcing anything in that upper back. And then really wrap the shoulder blades around. Keep reaching the crown of your head up. And maybe this is enough, especially if you're super tight in your upper back, in your chest. Maybe just stay here, maybe even bring your fingertips down. Or let the heart lead the way as you bring it all the way forward. So maybe bringing the crown of the head down to the floor. Maybe saving that for the next lifetime. Then think about somebody standing behind you, taking a hold of your hands, and just really slowly pressing the hands down. And as your hands are coming down, you're starting to lift all the way back up. Reach the crown of the head all the way up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, break free. Breathe and bring the arms all the way up. Maybe feel that tingling sensation in your fingertips. And now as you exhale, you're going to pull your elbows back, pull your thumbs back, pull your pinkies forward. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, just close the palms of the hands together, bringing the hands into a prayer. Now bring your chin down towards your chest, so feel the stretch in the back of the neck. Keep the breath going. And then as you breathe in, send your hands out behind your ears. Reach your hands all the way up, really lifting it up, lifting that rib cage, staying grounded down through your pelvis, grounded down through your sitting bones. And then turn the palms of the hands forward, and as you exhale, you're going to roll onto all fours. So just take a moment to bring your knees in line with your hips, your wrists in line with your shoulders. Now we're just going to give the lower back some love. So really grip the mat with your fingertips, pressing away from the mat. And now you're going to bring your right hip towards your right shoulder. And just gaze over your left shoulder. And it's kind of like you're wagging your tail in slow motion. So bring your left hip to your left shoulder and bring the gaze over the right shoulder. And I think about the spine becoming really fluid. So it's almost like a serpent-like motion through the spine. As you just kind of zigzag, work it out here. So taking a moment to find some space in the lower back, which is especially great if you've been doing a lot of sitting. Keep breathing, and then slow your waving down as you return into your center line. Now breathe in deeply, and then as you exhale, really round through your spine, so coming into a cat stretch. Breathe in as you tilt the pelvis up. Send your heart forward, coming into a cow stretch. So exhale as you round through the spine. So think about an angry cat as you really claw into the mat with your cat claws. And then move into your cow stretch. Now it's springtime here, so this is the time that all the cows are allowed to go back into the grassy fields. So think about one of those happy cows as you move into your cow stretch. Why not? And then once more, exhale as you round through the spine. Really stretching into the mid-back, and inhale as you open, as you arc, cow stretch. Then return into your straight spine and just send your weight back. So bring your hips down to your heels, send your arms all the way forward, melt your nose down towards the floor. And then really roll the shoulders out. So you're gripping the mat with your fingertips. And think about the armpits looking in towards each other. Now keep breathing. So feel that expansion in the lower back as you breathe in. And feel that softening as you breathe out. Now breathe in. You're going to float the weight all the way forward. And take it really slow as you come to lie all the way down onto your belly. And then press into the tops of your feet, bringing the feet slightly wider than hip width apart. Send your fingertips out behind. So fingertips down, but the hands are lifted, so it's kind of like spider fingers. Keep your chin in. And now as you breathe in, instead of thinking about lifting up, think about lengthening the crown of the head forward as you really press into the tops of your feet. And exhale as you wave it down. Okay, now move with the breath, breathing in to lift. Exhaling to lower. 2 more, breathe in to lift. And exhale to lower. Final one, listen to the sound of your breath. Like waves coming up and crashing down. Then take a moment to turn the palms of your hands facing up and just relax your heels out as you bring your right cheek down into the floor. Let the shoulders melt down towards the mat and then breathe into the belly. So feel the belly press into the mat. Breathe in and exhale out. And then just flip onto your left cheek, so big move. And breathe into your belly. Breathing in and exhale out. Then return to center. Start pressing into the tops of your feet, so you should feel your legs turning on. Lengthen your tailbone down. Send your fingertips all the way back. And now you're just going to turn your thumbs up. So make sure you do it the way around that your shoulders rotate back. And then breathe in as you open the arms just a little wider. And then exhale. Now really wrap the shoulder blades around. Think about holding a pencil in between the shoulder blades as you bring the backs of your hands all the way back. So breathe in to open. And exhale to squeeze it in. Breathe in to open. Exhale to squeeze it in. And just one more. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. And then move slowly as you bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself all the way up onto all fours. And then bring your knees as wide as the mat. Bring your big toes together. And just drop your heels down towards your hips down towards your heels. And forehead down to the floor. A lot of cat hair right underneath my nose. Okay, now swim your hands around. So option 1, just bringing the backs of the hands down into the floor here. Now if this is too much for your body, your knees, your ankles, or it just doesn't feel right, you can always come to lie on your belly here. If you'd like a little more opening, interlace your hands behind your back. And then we're just going to make a little gun, so let the index fingers stick out. And then draw the gun you've made up towards the ceiling. Yoga gun, peaceful gun. And come onto the top of your head, so bring your chin in. I'm not bringing all my weight onto the top of my head, so keep your hips really heavy as you open up through the shoulders here. Don't hold your breath, so keep the breath going. 2 really deep, full, cleansing breaths here. Opening up through the shoulders, opening up through the lower back. Now once again, think about somebody standing behind you, taking a hold of your hands and just bringing the hands down. Now as you bring your hands down, keep your chin in, press into your shins, your feet. Roll yourself all the way up. So come to a seated position here. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, release. Now you're just going to swing the legs around and come to lie on your back. So bring your feet down into the floor. Feet hip width apart. Rolling it all the way down. And just feel the support of the mat. Make sure your neck is nice and long. And then press your entire spine down into the floor. Make sure your toes are pointing forward. And just bring the inner thighs in. So it's like magnetizing the inner thighs so they don't drop out, just to protect our spine. And bring the arms down next to the body. And as you exhale, you're going to roll yourself all the way up into a shoulder bridge, really rooting down through the soles of your feet. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, starting at the upper back, roll it all the way down. So really articulating through the spine. So we're finding space and mobility in the spine, but we're also strengthening the lower back and just coming out of that everyday posture. So once again, just flow with the breath, exhaling as you roll yourself up. Inhaling at the top of the posture in your shoulder bridge. Exhaling to roll yourself down. Inhaling as you release the lower back down into the floor. Okay, on the next one we're going to stay up. So really root down through your feet. Keep pressing down through the soles of your feet. So feel the legs turning on. Now walk the shoulder blades in, so you're really snuggling them in. Option 1, take a hold of the outsides of your mat and just press your hands down into the floor. Option 2, interlace your hands behind your lower back. Now really walk the shoulders in, so that means you're supported by the shoulders and you aren't putting any pressure onto the neck. Now keep rooting down through your feet, and as you press down into your feet, notice how your sternum, your heart lifts up towards your chin. And now just breathe, so don't hold your breath, maybe even look how the entire ribcage expands as you breathe in and softens as you breathe out. And just 2 more breaths here. So really opening up through the shoulders, the chest, and strengthening through the back muscles. So great for the body to move in the opposite direction that we usually do. Okay, release the bind. Walk your shoulders out. And now take it down really slowly, 1 vertebra at a time, connecting your spine down into the floor. And then just give yourself a moment here. So we don't want to rush going from a big back bend into a rounded position. Just give yourself a moment to feel here. Letting the spine neutralize. Feel the support of the mat. And then hug your knees into your chest. And just take a moment to massage your back. Moving one way, moving the other way. Notice how the muscles of the back are feeling. And then open your arms out really wide. And just drop your knees all the way down to the right. As you bring your gaze over to the left. Now if you'd like a deeper stretch, a deeper twist, just bring your right hand over to your left hip. And just gently petting, guiding it down. So just sliding that right hand over the left leg. Now let yourself become really heavy here. So left leg becomes really heavy. Let the left shoulder become really heavy and just let gravity do its job. So pulling you down. So great for the spine, the muscles of the back. And really reconnect to your breath. Okay, really slowly, just taking it over to the other side. So drop your knees all the way to the left. Sending the right arm out behind you. And then maybe bringing the left hand over towards the right hip. And just guiding yourself into the twist. Letting the right shoulder become really heavy. Letting the right leg become really heavy. Feeling the stretch in the neck, the shoulders. Maybe even in the outer right hip. Breathe. And bring your knees back to center. And then just bring your feet as wide as the mat. And let your knees knock in. So it's called knee knock pose. And then bring the arms down, palms of the hands facing up. Once again, walk the shoulder blades in. So this is just a bit of a gentler version on the lower back. then lying down with the legs extended. And then start to let go of any active breathing. Just return to a natural breath. So usually we get really tight in the body because we're stressed out. We've been spending a lot of time behind screens. So super great to use some gentle movement to coach the body to relax, to create more space, to soften and expand. But sometimes all it takes is just a breather. Letting the breath calm you down, calming the nervous system, just taking a moment to reset and refresh. So just take a couple of moments here. Feeling the support of the mat on your spine, on your back. Make sure you're not clenching in the jaw. And then walk your feet back in. And just take a moment to hug your knees into your chest. Bring your nose up towards your knees. Flex your feet. Take a hold of the outsides of your feet, so a little hedgehog pose. And then just make your way back into a cross-legged seat. So maybe coming over your side, maybe rolling yourself all the way back up. And then lengthen out through the spine. Let the shoulders relax down. Just take a moment to close your eyes. Notice how you feel. Grounding down through the pelvis, lifting up through the rib cage, through the heart, and sliding the shoulders down. So notice if anything has changed, if you're feeling any different. And maybe there's something you'd like to take with you off of the mat and into your day, into your evening. Maybe it's just that idea of giving yourself time to take a couple of deep breaths, to settle in, and just align with what is going on, so we can drop the shoulders down a bit more. Open your eyes. Take a deep breath in, bring the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to your heart as we make a super deep bow, bowing down, thanking yourself for having the discipline to show up for yourself so you can feel good, if not great. Have a great rest of your day. I hope to see you soon.